Yes, hello, welcome on into Live Sports here for FM22 beta save with Liverpool. I tell you what, we're doing pretty well here. If you missed the last episode, go and check it out. We played up against Arsenal and against Man United. Two cup games, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup semi-final, second leg as well. As you can see from the screen, we won them both, so I've kind of spoiled the results there. But go and see anyway, see how we got on. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button for more daily Football Manager content Monday to Friday at 11 a.m. As you can see, as I was mentioning, we beat Arsenal 2-1 in the FA Cup third round, and then we beat Man United 4-2 in that second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. We followed that with 4 games since then, and we've won all 4. We played Arsenal again in the league here just a week after we beat them in the FA Cup, and thanks to goals from Perisic, Luis Suarez and Virgil van Dijk, we ended up winning that game 3-1. We did win the game up against Everton 6-2 to finish off January. We then had a little bit of a break because, there's an international window for South America that appeared to happen at the end of January, and we had so many folk away. They said, would you like us to postpone the games? So we said, yes, sure, let's do it. So we had a couple of weeks off. Then we played Blackpool in the FA Cup fourth round. We won that one 3-0, and then we just beat Man United 3-0. And I'm sure you can see on the right-hand side here, Bentancur got a hat-trick in that game coming off the bench. That's because we have signed Rodrigo Bentancur in on loan from Juventus until the end of the season. Remember, over here at Juventus, they did sign Naby Keita off of us for nearly, 36 going up to £55 million. So that meant that Bentancur was apparently surplus to requirements. There you can see he'd played 18 games in the league before that. Well, we've brought him in on loan, and he's been performing all right in his 2 games he's played so far, getting a hat-trick in that game against Man United after starting on the bench. He came off the bench and got himself a hat-trick, and quite rightly got himself a player of the match in that one. So that's one of the changes or the signings we have made. And the eagle-eyed amongst you may also have noticed up against Everton, Angel Di Maria scored a goal, and that's because we signed him for £30 million, not all up front, a lot of it's instalments and things like that, off of PSG. Again, strangely, he played 17 games so far this season, so he played in most of the league games, but he was surplus to requirements, so we happily brought him in, and it means that Angel Di Maria can act as a backup across that front line, can also play in central midfield as the advanced playmaker if he has to as well. If I really pushed, I suppose he could play up front, but you can see his stats there: crossing 17, dribbling 15, first touch 16, long shot 17, passing 17, technique. He's a perfect sort of playmaker out on that right hand side, acting as the inside forward or inverted winger depending on what we're playing. 33 years of age, he's still probably got a couple of years in the tank, and that's what we're going to use. He'll be there as a backup to Mohamed Salah. And remember, Salah was away at the Africa Cup of Nations, he's only just returned now, so ended up, when we signed Di Maria halfway through that window, he was covering for Salah for that whole month. And now he's went back to his role as a backup. But what a player to bring off the bench if you need to, Angel Di Maria. Obviously, for so many years, playing for Real Madrid, one not so successful season at Man United, and then he's been a very good player for PSG since then, so he's coming here to act as a backup option on that right hand side. Divock Origi did eventually go to PSG for £18 million, so strangely the sales and bringing in of players we've done in this window appear to be like swaps with the team. So Divock Origi went to PSG and we brought in Angel Di Maria, and Keita went to Juventus and we brought in Bentancur. So strange, that's all I'm going to say, but there we go nonetheless. Divock Origi eventually did go to PSG, as I say. And one other bit of business as well to mention is Adrian went out on loan to Olympiacos because of registration things. I couldn't have him, so Kelleher's become the backup keeper in the first team. He's been promoted from the under 23s or development squad or wherever he was, and Adrian's away out on loan. One final signing we did make, it only cost us a couple of £1 million, is Jaime Siwane? Hard to say that name. He was at Real Madrid for a while and then has been signed from Huesca, who are in the second tier of Spanish football. He's a 2.5-star player. You can see he's got very well-rounded stats, especially mentally. His physicals are nothing to write home about, but he's got nice passing of 15, first touch of 15, dribbling 14, technique 15. He could easily act as that kind of shuttling player or the advanced playmaker if he has to in our team. But I say he's just a backup player, really. To be honest, I didn't really know him. I saw he was going for pretty cheap, so I just thought, why not? Let's bring him in as a backup option in the midfield in case we need him. We probably won't, but you never know. So that leaves all the tables looking like this. If we start on the right, we've got the Carabao Cup final against Chelsea at the end of the month. That'll be in the next episode. We play Bournemouth in the FA Cup 5th round, which is on the start of March. We play against PSG in the first knockout round of the Champions League. We've obviously got that as our second game today, the first leg of that. And over here in the English Premier League, we can see we are currently 7 points clear at the top, but we have a game in hand over Man United and Man City here. So if we win today, they've also going to play, so it doesn't quite work like that. But if we win our game, there is a chance we'll be 10 points ahead going into the next game week. Well, even if we lose 7 points clear at the moment, we are totally dominating just now. And I'm pretty proud of that for little old Liverpool here. A bit condescending saying little old Liverpool. We're a very, very good team. Only lost one game all season. That was against Manchester United. And we've had draws away at Arsenal, Leeds and Newcastle. You can see we've won all the games we've played at home so far. The draws, 3 of them away from home, and the loss, 1 of them away from home. So Anfield has been just, you can't beat us there. And hopefully that will continue throughout the rest of the season. But as I say, today we play up against Wolves, who, as you can see, from the league table on the left-hand side, they're in the relegation zone just now, so it should be a nice, easy win. And then we'll play against PSG in the second game of the episode. Let's get into it. Let's show you the team we're going to use up against this Wolves team who are in 18th. Probably slightly rotated as we save some legs for the game against PSG. So as you can see from the squad here, Van Dijk has a little bit of an injury, so he's not going to be playing today. Kanate is also injured. We've also got injuries to Mo Salah. He's out for 5 to 12 days after he got a pulled hamstring against Man United during the week there. And Sadio Mane, I've said he can rest for a few days. So we're missing a few of our big names. And if you also look at Alexander-Arnold, he's here struggling for some fitness. So he's not going to start today. And instead, the team is going to look like this. Alisson's going to play in goal. Joe Matip and Joe Gomez can play at centre-back. Dani Alves playing in the right-back position. And it's Robertson at left-back. Fabinho, Henderson and Bentancur in midfield. Bentancur can start after scoring that hat-trick against Man United during the week. Perez is on the left. Di Maria gets the game on the right. And Suarez up front. 17 goals for Suarez this season so far. Let's see if he can put some more in the back of the goal. There you go. That came out really nicely, didn't it? He can put some more in the back of the goal. That's not what you say. Hopefully, he can put some more goals away. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just forget about it. Let's get into this game. Here we go. First highlight of the game. Swung in by Di Maria, headed by Perisic, and he's got his 10th of the season. There we go. Not bad for our backup wingers there. Di Maria the backup to Salah. Perisic the backup to Mane. And the two of them combining there for a goal. A very simple goal it was. Just one step for Di Maria to take a free kick into Perisic, who's been marked by a man, but there's no real pressure on him. We've had one shot and we are 1-0 up. Here we go. It's only been a couple of highlights in this game. This is the second one, and it's going to start with Wolves. It looks like Bolly with it, loses it to Suarez. He advances down the left-hand side. Can he get the ball into the middle here for a chance? Back to Fabinho, who hits it from the edge of the box, and what a goal from Fabinho. He's meant to be sat back, a half-back, defending, you know, but no, he breaks forward here with the rest of the team, then sits on the edge of the area to get this ball back from Suarez. One touch, hits it across the keeper, no chance. Cody could have had a chance of blocking it. Keeper could have saved it. Didn't happen. We are winning 2-0. And I tell you what, we are almost unstoppable at the moment, especially domestically. As we reach half-time, winning 2-0, I'm going to say, what a 45 minutes that was. You blew them away, and I'm sure they are going to be very happy with me saying that. Di Maria swings in another free kick, and Gomez heads that off the crossbar. What an effort that was. As we progress into the second half, there's a chance for Wolves. Moutinho out to corner Cody. Back to Moutinho now. And he's been forced out wide by Fabinho. It goes back to Cody now, all the way back to Nelson Semedo. And Bolly, the centre-back, has gone quite far forward for this free kick. Bolly swings in the cross toward Pozzuelo at the back post, and Matip slides in, and Otto with it. And he plays the ball back, and Pozzuelo, that's just over the bar. That was hit with some ferocity. And we are still leading 2-0 here. We're going to take off Suarez and bring on Roberto Firmino, who, by the way, Firmino did get himself his first goal of the season in one of the games since the last episode. So he's off the mark eventually. And we'll also bring on Harvey Elliott to play on the left-hand side instead of Perisic. Talking about Perisic, here he is on the ball. He comes down the left-hand side. Will he swing it in? He crosses it over to Di Maria. It's cleared away. And Chan plays the ball, and it's Perisic who's intercepted it back to Robertson. Robertson down the left-hand side. Can he get this ball swung into the box? He plays it back to Perisic now. He crosses it over, and that is the end of the highlight. Thank you FM, for showing me that when nothing was going to happen. Yalmatinho swings in this corner ball to the back post. It's headed, it's bounced about, it's just about cleared away. And Firmino got into the end of it there. That was a dangerous chance there for Wolves, but they did not take advantage of it, thankfully. We just about scrambled the ball away as James Milner comes on in midfield for Jordan Henderson. Just about got there. It's a throw in on the left-hand side for Wolves. Aït-Nouri down this left-hand side. It's challenged by Di Maria. Defensive work from him, and the ball's launched long toward Firmino, who goes down this right-hand side. He'll be looking for bodies in the middle if he can find them. Firmino gets challenged by Sass there, and he's got to be off. He's already on a yellow, Sace, and it's got to be a second. It is indeed a second yellow, and he's been sent off. And that means we are playing against 10 men up to now. It looks like we're going to win this one comfortably. Di Maria swings it to the back post, and it is headed away. And Harvey Elliott runs back to collect this ball. He plays it down the line to Bentancur. And Bentancur goes out wide. Will he swing this ball into the box? He does indeed toward Firmino. He's headed it just over the bar. Di Maria with the cross from the free kick there. And Matip looked like he was fouled. They're going to check VAR, as they always appear to do here whenever a foul happens, just to see if it was indeed a push, and it looks like it was. Yes, it is. Who's going to step up to take this? It's James Milner. Can he tuck it away here to make it 3-0? Yes, he can. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and we win this one 3-0 thanks to James Milner's 6th goal of the season. The little group of fans in the corner there jumping up and down with happiness as they've seen their team totally destroy Wolves here. And it's not even a full-strength team, it's a rotated side, because we've got the important game away in Paris still to come. I'll say well done to them. That was great. And if you have a look at the league table and the fixtures on the left-hand side, it was a Manchester derby today, so they did draw in the early window. So we are 10 points clear of City and United at the moment. Well, 13 clear of City, 10 clear of United. Looks like the league title is going to be ours. The quadruple is still on as well. Let's see if we can do it. And it's an important step in the next game away to PSG if we want to be winning all those titles. So let's see if we can when we play that game in a couple of days' time. We'll see for that one very shortly. Right, so here we are back for this game up against PSG. A very, very important one. We've got injuries to Konate, Fabinho and Salah. So yeah, it's frustrating. Also, unfortunately, because of registration rules, we couldn't register Bentancur or Dani Alves for this one either. So we've got a bit of a smaller squad for this one because of the injuries as well. So this is the team that we're going to go for. It's full strength as we can get. Alisson in goal, Joe Gomez and Van Dijk at centre-back, Alexander-Arnold on the right-hand side, Robertson on the left, Henderson going to be playing in behind Milner and Thiago, Di Maria on the right, Mane on the left, and Suarez up front. I think probably it's fairly full strength apart. We'd probably play Fabinho if he was not unavailable because of his suspension, and Di Maria probably wouldn't be playing if Salah was available. You'd imagine, but apart from that, it's a very, very strong side. And even someone like Di Maria and Milner are probably adequate backups to be replacing the other players in this game. And it's a game that I hope to be winning. Look at those star ratings of all those players. There's no one under a 3. And even then, there's only 3 of those. So we should be able to win this game. Even up against a tough side like PSG, I'm still going to be expecting the win. The PSG team is there. They got Donnarumma in goal, Hakimi, Marquinhos, Sergio Ramos and Mendes at the back, Pereira, Verratti and the former Liverpool man Wijnaldum in midfield, and Messi and Mbappe alongside Neymar as the front 3. They're a pretty good side. You can see the former Liverpool man Divock Origi on the bench there, and we are currently playing with former PSG man Angel Di Maria in the starting 11 for us. So let's see how they get on and see who got the better end of the bargain when they were changing their teams. It's going to start with Mbappe on the left and Neymar through the middle with Messi on the right. It does mean that Trent Alexander-Arnold's going to have a tough day up against Mbappe, especially if Alexander-Arnold's getting forward as much as he normally does. It's going to be important for Jordan Henderson to sit defensively alongside Van Dijk and Gomez during this game. So we'll see how we get on as the game kicks off the first 15 minutes. And here is the first highlight. Alexander-Arnold throws it in toward Di Maria, but it's intercepted. And Neymar finds Mbappe, and Mbappe hits it, and it's off the outside of the post. Trent tracked him across just enough to put him off there. And that's showing you the danger that we have playing up against PSG. They're a very, very good side. Milner with the ball now. Back to Robertson and Henderson. And Milner's in space. And he hits it in towards the middle. I thought that was a shot. Turns out it was a cross. Suarez got his head up and he just headed it over the bar. And it's 25 minutes gone. Free kick for PSG. Headed out and Sergio Ramos heads that over. There's been a few chances. None of them went in yet. It can only be a matter of time. And Hakimi throws this ball into Messi and Mane wins that one back. And Mane drives across the field, finds Suarez and Di Maria and Milner. And will he hit it? Oh, he tried to chip the keeper, I think, there. It just was over the top of the bar in the middle of the goal. And that was a good breakaway chance for us there. But unfortunately, we did not make anything of it. And it's thrown into Danilo here. And out to Mbappe on this left-hand side. Forward to Neymar now. And Mendes back with the ball. Gets past his man. He's in acres of space now. Can he cross it in? He gets to the byline. It's a good save from Alisson. He tried it all himself. Did Mendes there. And it just didn't work out for him. I'm going to say, dig in. Let's go and get the win. There's some players happy with that. Some players not. I don't want to say I've been happy. Because to be honest, I probably wasn't been happy. Look at the average ratings. It's not been great so far. So let's see how they do here. We're going to take off Suarez. We'll bring on Firmino for him. Firmino's now got a goal, remember, so maybe he's on some form. 1 goal for a striker all season. I know he's our backup, but even so, Mane can come off. We'll bring on Jota for him as well here as the time is starting to tick down and there's only 15 minutes left in this second half. PSG have got the ball now. Marquinhos into Verratti, and Verratti gets round his man, finds Mbappe and Wijnaldum. And there's space out wide if he wants to go. He's found Mbappe in behind the defence though. And he could have been offside there. Let's see. VAR are going to have a look at this. They're checking to see if it's onside or not. I thought he was close, but he wasn't close enough. And he is indeed onside and he gets the goal. Wijnaldum here threads the ball through after it goes from Danilo. And Mbappe tucks it in. And that looked awfully close, I will be honest. I wonder who was playing him onside. We'll get to see this other replay where it tells you the lines. My only guess is Robertson was playing the one. It was indeed. Robertson dropped so deep there up against Messi. And it means with 13 minutes to go, we have gone a goal down. We'll bring off Angel Di Maria, I think. And we'll bring on somebody else. We'll put Jota out on the right and bring on Perisic on that left-hand side. Jordan Henderson is a bit dead on his feet, so we'll drop Thiago back into that role and we'll bring on Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain as well to play in there. And Trent is struggling on the right-hand side, so we'll drop James Milner onto right back and we'll bring on Curtis Jones to play midfield. So we've changed 5 of the attacking players. Let's see how that affects us for the last 10 minutes. We'll go for a shout and we'll demand some more as well. We've thrown the ball in here. Thiago with it, swings it into the middle. Diogo Jota, what a save from Donnarumma. Oh my goodness me. Oh, that should have been a goal. I don't know how it wasn't a goal. What an effort from Jota. What a save from Donnarumma. And Sergio Ramos has scored a second now. Oh my goodness, what has happened? We had a great chance to make it level, and somehow Sergio Ramos, just unmarked in the box here from a free kick, volleys it left-footed off the underside of the bar into the goal. I mean, what an effort from him. He's now been taken off. And somehow we're going to lose this game 2-0. I know that PSG appear to have dominated in terms of statistics, but I thought we played fairly well. We had a chance to make it all square, and then we ended up conceding a second. And now there's a chance for PSG to get a third. Mbappe with it here, out to Bernat, who's come on at left back. He advances down the lane, gets past Milner. Will he cross this in? No, he plays it back to Neymar now. Over to Paredes, back to Neymar. He hits it, and it's wide of the goal. If that went in, that could have been the game over before we even got to the second leg. But indeed, that is our second loss only of the season. We lost to Man United 2-1 away from home, and we've lost to PSG 2-0 away from home there. You can see no one played well at all. The best player was Bobby Firmino, who came off the bench with a 7 rating. I'll say I'm not happy with performance, and I think they'll understand exactly why I'm not happy with that performance. That was not good at all. And it means that we are 2-0 down going into this second leg, which will mean a couple of episodes' time. That is not good at all, and there's a chance we could get knocked out here. It was a tough draw against PSG, there's no doubt about that. There were some easier sides that we could have been drawn against, but we've got to be beating teams like PSG if you want to win the Champions League, and unfortunately we did not beat them in that first leg there, and they won 2-0. Well, we're going to have to put that defeat behind us because we've got a couple of important games coming up in the next episode. We'll be playing up against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup final, and we'll also be playing in the FA Cup 5th round against Bournemouth. We'll show you that, hopefully. That's going to be our first piece of silverware against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, and we'll continue our progress towards a bit of silverware there in the game against Bournemouth in the 5th round. And in the episode after that, you'll get to see the PSG game. And I'll probably show the Aston Villa game as well in that one. So it'll be 4 games back to back you get to see. So hopefully you will be looking forward to those 2 episodes. And I tell you, in a couple of times we might be knocked out the Champions League at the round of 16, which is going to be very, very disappointing indeed. But let's not think about that. Let's imagine we're going to get through, and obviously we want to win the Carabao Cup as well in the next episode and get through the FA Cup. So if you have enjoyed this episode, even though for the first time in a long time we've actually lost a game, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help us out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you don't miss a thing here on Football Manager 22. And until the next one where we've got our Carabao Cup final, we'll see you then.